Yeah, so my name's Jessica Wilde. Once upon a time would have just called myself a singer, but now I'm a singer, DJ, songwriter. I run events. I have a community called Pussy Power. Yeah, I'm just an all-round artist and creative. I've been doing music since I can remember. Yeah, I was like trying to sing like Mariah Carey and people like that since I was like 6. Putting my own flex on. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Well, actually, as I was walking over here, we heard some like Indian mantra live music, and yeah, with the tablas, and it was like quite far away, but I just love the way that they use their vocals, the notes they go to, the instruments. It's just, I think maybe growing up in a Western society, it's like there's just notes that you wouldn't go to naturally. So I love hearing people sing and they just go to places that I'd never usually think of. I'm getting a little bit of rose, a little bit of cinnamon, but then it's also a bit spicy. So, you know, when you smell spices when you go into someone's house, but maybe there's a bit of like a smoke smell because there's like a grittiness to it. It's like a sweet grittiness. What's broken about the music industry is I think it's breaking down. I don't think it's broken. I think it's like breaking down to rebuild at the moment. I feel like yeah, the old record label system is like completely breaking down. Obviously, there's like independent artists now coming up. A lot of people don't even want to be with record labels. They just want to do it independently because you get all of your creative control. I think we're just in a big shift in time of like just everyone's experimenting. No one really knows what the fuck they're doing. They're just like winging it, kind of following a formula, but then also just, I think the more creative and authentic you can be is actually the way to go right now. I think AI generated music is gonna be here no matter what. Do you know what? I can't get down with how pop music is mixed. Like if I hear it in an Uber, right, on the way home, I'm like, it feels like plastic penetrating me. Like I feel like the frequency of it is so, yeah, like unnatural. Like, and like I love when I listen, the artists that I love, like they mix their music in a lot more of a raw, real way, and like the frequencies that they use. And I actually feel like maybe this is going to be an opportunity for even more commercial music to, yeah, find ways of actually expressing and sharing the music in a way that feels more raw and real and hits the body and the energy points in like a much more elevating way. Because I feel like, yeah, pop music is not really elevating. I feel like it's almost like junk TV, like it sort of just like numbs you rather than like music is healing, you know? So yeah, I think maybe there's an opportunity for that, because otherwise some people are just gonna think you're AI. I think in music production, actually, people should use more real sound, like, you know, more unique samples. And I'm not just saying that because this is because I'm here. But yeah, I think the more creative and raw you can get with your music, and then you can mix it with electronic sounds and whatever. This is something I love to do anyways, because I play instruments, but I'm not like a really skilled musician. So I often like create instrument sounds with my mouth, or I do like little breathing sounds, and then I'll like put the drum samples and stuff over the top of that. So yeah, I think there should be more space for that, because I think we can just come up with stuff that's more human and more original. Artists are feeling overwhelmed because they're expected to still make music, spend all the money on making the music, but then they also got to be content creators. They've also got to learn how to edit their stuff. They got to market their stuff. They got to pay for their stuff. It's like they got to manage a team. It's like we're being pushed into this entrepreneur artist mode, which definitely has its cons, because I think it's really good for artists to actually, you know, you need to know your shit beyond your music, because too many artists have been fucked over, right? But I think it's now, yeah, as I say, like we're in this shifting time. So I think it's like finding how you can make money not just as a music artist, but like in this entrepreneurial way, from live shows, from Patreon, from real life experiences, you know. I think that's what people are craving. So it's no longer just the music. Like, you have to create a whole world around it and get people to like come in, and that's how I think you're going to make money. But we're all just figuring it out right now. I have to say, nothing beats nature for me. So I think it would be someone like David Attenborough. And while he's like out in all these different places around the world, like, I'll just be like, yo, David, like, record me some sounds, like in the Arctic, the ocean, the mountains, the forests. And yeah, that would be my sample pack. Maybe a little bit of David's voice going, and here we are in the wild, or something, you know? That was a terrible impression, but you know what I'm saying. Or hospital gives me trauma, so I just want to take that out of it. I think depending on what vibe you're going for, maybe a construction site could be cool if you're making something kind of like gritty and like, you know, I think that you could make some really like percussive, like upbeat, dancey kind of rhythmic stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe it could be like a rehearsal for a really cool musical. They can be like, yeah, you know, on the way there, just like kind of standard sounds, but then like little bits of people talking, little rehearsal riffs, little tiny clips of the actual songs when everyone's harmonizing, but just like, yeah, little chunks of everything. Maybe like a line from the show, you know, they probably have like quite standout one-liners as well. So yeah. Well, just one thing that comes to mind is when I was in LA, I went on a road trip to Joshua Tree, and they had this random music studio in the middle of nowhere, but like outside they had these little caravans that you could stay in, and each one like had a really wild theme, and like one of them was like a horror theme, and it had like bats and all this, and like this couple were just staying in there and then they were recording in the studio. It was just like so random and funny, like what people are into as well. And then, yeah, and then they'd go and record like in the middle of nowhere, in the desert, within the canyons. And yeah, it was beautiful, but it was a very random spot. The sound I associate with home is definitely jazzy and jungle. It's somewhere between jazz and jungle, because my mum, I just always think of her playing Nina Simone and Billie Holiday in the front room, or singing. My mum's a jazz singer as well, so she'll be singing in the kitchen. It's always very jazzy, or they'll be playing. But then next door to me was my brother, and he's a jungle MC, and he'll be playing drum and bass. So it was kind of like these two worlds going on at the same time. And I think that's had a lot of influence on my music as well. The world is my playground. I think we all just really need to tap back into our inner child. And yeah, creativity is like play, and the more we get back out of this like conformed, adult, restricted headspace that society puts on us, and the more we realize that the world is actually here as our playground and we can actually create whatever we want, pretty much, the more that we can enjoy our lives to the fullest. I think the more that we like break down the rules, break down the boxes, yeah, really live our life in a way that we want to live it, give less fucks, feel more love, inner love first. The more that we feel that inner love, the more then we can accept outer love and receive outer love. And yeah, and then we can just bring this through into our creative projects and everything that we want to share with the world. And yeah, I think you've got to not follow the grain, just like follow your inner compass, you know, and just have fun with it all and feel it all. Feel the pain. Don't run from the pain. Don't numb the pain. The pain is great inspiration for songs, for all of that. And we tend to numb the pain a lot, but we need to feel it all, because the more we allow ourselves to feel the pain, the more we allow ourselves to feel the joy. And when you're in that open flow state, that's when the creativity just flows, you know, and we can do something really, really special. So yeah.